Hello, family. I want to come and talk to you guys about the connection and the root. We're going to use ourselves as the tree, the root of the tree. And we're going to use the connection as the branches. And I want you to know that a lot of times you notice branches fall off a tree when a storm comes, meaning that they cannot go through that storm with you. Meaning that what is disconnected, God is allowing to be disconnected from your life for a reason. But see, the problem with a lot of us, we tend to try to take those branches, pick them back up, and put them back on our tree. And we cannot do that. Just like how Samson did. See, Samson was looking at Delilah. Delilah looked beautiful from the outside, you know. She looked well put together from the outside. But see, the inside carried demons. The inside carried those demonic entities. And see, Samson's mother wasn't supposed to have children. But God told her that he was going to bless her with a son that was never to put a raisin upon his hair, because his hair will carry power. And Samson, what happened was that connection to that tree that God was trying to get him to leave on that branch that God was trying to get him to leave on the ground. Samson tried to put that Delilah back on his tree. He tried to put that branch back on his tree. Listen, and this is what happens. When you put those dead branches back on your tree will weaken and eventually fall. I hope I am helping somebody. Because see, what is going on, everybody cannot endure your storm. You know, everybody cannot be a part of your assignment. But see, we are the tree, and we have a whole lot of enemies that are connected to our tree. Come on, somebody. And what happened was, that's why Eve, when she ate of the tree that consists of good and evil, the tree of knowledge, and God clearly told her, listen, if you eat from this tree, you will surely die. But she let the serpent trick her to eating from the tree that consists of good and evil. When God said you can eat of any other tree in the garden, but not this tree right here. And what she did was, just because of who she was connected to, listen, y'all, she eventually failed. And she eventually failed because, see, now God cannot bless her. God cannot do anything with Eve anymore. And instead of Adam standing the man saying, look, no, we will not eat of this tree. See, now who he is connected to, the reason why he failed as well. Because that enemy tricked him, which was Eve, his wife, tricked him into biting the fruit as well. So y'all, listen. These branches that are on your tree, listen, if you do not watch it, see what you're doing, family, and you're trying to keep these people connected, and they are weakening your tree, somebody. See, that's why when David, he had that friend, when that friend turned on him, listen, he knew when to leave that branch on that ground. Listen, he knew not to pick that branch back up and put that branch back on his tree. Let me tell you, and that's why his tree stayed solid. That's why his tree stayed strong. Listen, that's why his tree didn't fall and die. It's because he knew when to disconnect from, leave that branch on that ground, and listen, that branch cannot no longer go back on my tree. And God is trying to tell a lot of us that there are branches that are connected to our tree that needs to fall. There are branches that are connected to our tree. There are smiling faces, but let me tell you, they are clear enemies and will not go through that storm with you. Listen, they will leave you high and dry while you are burning down your house to try to keep them warm. They will not do the same for you. So that connection could be the reason why you're going through unnecessary storms. Come on through here, somebody. Unnecessary pains. I just said something, somebody. And that is the reason why God cannot do anything with you, because you're putting those dead branches back on your tree, trying to bring CPR back to things that God has killed in your life. So I want you to know that you must leave those branches down, because those branches, listen, it is the climb that is the testimony, and that what makes going to the top even better. Listen, it is the journey that is the testimony that makes getting to the destination even better. Listen, it is what's looking forward that is the testimony. They're looking all around you and what is behind you and what needs to be left behind. Because what God wants you to do is stay focused, but a lot of us are looking around for us. And what do? We go look for those branches, y'all. Come on through here, somebody. Looking for those branches to put back on our tree. When God is simply, He's studying trying to give us grace and let us know that those branches need to stay down. That's why a lot of your mindsets have became down here, because of what you're connected to that's already down there. Now listen, and then guess what? Those branches that were on your tree, I'm about to say somebody. That's why, listen, your tree was going through what it was going through. That's why your tree was so heavy. That's why the burden was so heavy, because see, there were unnecessary branches that were connected to your tree that didn't belong on your tree. So guess what God did? He allowed them to fall off, but you're trying to pick them up and put them back on. Come on through here, somebody. You have to know when to leave those branches down, family. Listen, you have to know that these same people that you are going hard for is not going to go through the storm with you. Listen, they all love to go through the sun. Listen, to enjoy the sun. I'm sorry. But then when the storm comes, you notice they run. When the sun comes, that's why, listen, God go through the storm with us. That's why those footprints in the sand, let me tell you something. God let us walk like we walking, we good, we okay. And then we like, Lord, but then now I'm going through the storm. I don't see no set of footprints. What happened, God? I thought that you were walking with me. And God said, when you was weak, I picked you up and carried you. Listen, because I comfort the broken heart. So you have to know that. Why not trust God's process when God is trying to let us know when to disconnect? Let us know just to keep our eyes in front of us, just to let us know that everybody cannot go along with us, because we're trying to bring our friends on our assignment. We're trying to bring our friends to our destination. We're trying to bring our so-called friends. We're trying to bring our friends on top with us. Listen, and God said, listen, they're around you. They're not in front of you. Listen, so I disconnected them. I separated them for a reason. I just said somebody, so what will you do? Will you leave those branches down and trust the process? Or will you try to pick them up and put them back on your tree and allow your whole tree to fall? Y'all, you got this. Check out my TikTok family. Your life is like a plant. Part 1 and 2, and that's for real. Y'all be blessed.